This is amazing. And I want to do a fun reading today. So, today's reading is going to be a little bit light reading. We're going to do what is Spirit celebrating about you today. Okay. What are you being celebrated about? What is Spirit celebrating? What do they want you to celebrate? Well, this is a celebration reading. A celebration, calibration, alignment. Astro alignment, doing all the things. Let's get into it, okay? Hello. All right, we have guides. This is a perfect card for this reading, okay? What is Spirit celebrating about you? First and foremost, they are celebrating your connection to Spirit. You are locked in. You are loaded, baby. You are listening and doing everything that Spirit is telling you to do, and Spirit is commending you for it. Awesome. Beautiful. I love to see it. Love to hear it. Okay. Also, card number 7 here. So they're also celebrating your ability to study, to integrate, to, I think, focus here. Focus is a good one. They really have, they have your back and they know that you are listening to them. It's almost like you're being directed. Okay? Some things that you're doing may seem a little bit, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't know why I'm studying this, but I'm going to go ahead and study it. And Spirit loves that. Okay? They really do. They really do. Yeah, what else is Spirit celebrating about you? Minimize energy drains. Spirit is celebrating the fact that you've been locked in. Okay? That means that you've been sort of not letting anything that drains your energy come anywhere near you. You've been sort of walking your path and letting things flow, and anything comes up that's draining your energy, you're just turning the other direction, keep on going and flowing. Spirit loves it. Okay, continue doing what you're doing. What else we got going on over here? I'm going to pull a Moonology card. So energy drains. You've been getting rid of those energy drains, those things, those substances, those people, those environments that don't serve you. You've been walking in the other direction. And Spirit loves it. They're soaking it up. They can't wait to see more from you. Okay? Working through your fears is another thing that you've been doing. Okay? How have you been working through your fears? Okay, maybe fearing, one of the fears is like codependency. You've been doing the inner work, you've been working on this, working on your shadow, working on integration. And so now you're willing to let go of whatever it is, even if there's a little bit of fear there. Okay, maybe you're you used to be anxiously attached, or you used to be avoidant, but now you are taking it head on. You're looking it in the face, you're taking a look in the mirror, and you're working through your fears how Spirit wants you to be. Okay? Spirit loves it. Good job. All right, good job. And that's New Moon in Scorpio. Okay? New Moon in Scorpio. So another thing that Spirit is really loving about what you're doing right now is you're integrating that sort of, that darker energy within you, but you're utilizing it for the greater good. And you're utilizing it so that you can feel better in every day. This is beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get into the tarot. Let's see what we got going on. What do we got going on? You've been minimizing energy drains, working through your fears, locked into spirits. What else are they celebrating? Okay. Another thing that they're celebrating about you is you do not allow people's emotional needs or wants or desires to influence your own needs, your own wants, your own desires, okay? Another thing that I'm seeing with the Nine of Wands with this question is you've been addressing the gaps in the system. There might have been unconscious tendencies that you've been having. Ooh. Thank you. Love is legendary. I appreciate that. You might have been acknowledging these gaps. Yeah, you have been acknowledging these gaps and filling them in. Okay? Working towards filling them actively. Rather than just letting them be gaps or letting them be parts of your personality that just are that. No, you're willing to integrate. You're willing to work. You're willing to study. You're willing to educate. You're willing to do the things that Spirit is telling you to do. Okay, and while that might be a process that you're still working on, Spirit's already celebrating you just because you started. Chance the Rapper, he has this song. He says, "The Father favors the first step." Okay, and that's so true. Source appreciates that first step, and they're gonna allow you. They're gonna push that momentum even farther forward than they already have been. But they're wanting to celebrate you. They want you to know, hey, good job, you've done it. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Believe in yourself. Okay. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. The Queen of Spring, brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly. I feel like Spirit is saying, you know what? It takes a lot. It takes a lot of faith and personal power to believe in yourself and to do the things that you're doing now. In the past, it could have been harder, and you might have been a little bit, but now it's just so easy for you to just take that step when you're told to take it by Spirit. And you know the difference between the noise and the intuition. And Spirit loves that. Okay? Wonderful people want to help you. I think what that is saying is that Spirit's also celebrating the fact that you're not afraid to ask for help. You're willing to let people come in. You're willing to, take advice. You're willing to hear what people have to say. You're willing to, be healed by healers and held space for by people who hold space. And, you're willing to allow that help in. Where in the past, this might have been something that you were working on. So Spirit is really appreciating that. Okay? And then another thing is maintaining that balance between work and home life. Not only have you been, integrating the lifestyle that you want to live and feeling into your intuition and loving what you're doing, but you're also putting in the work every day so that the body can feel fulfilled, as well as the mind, as well as the soul, okay, as well as the heart, everything, all at once. It's a balance, and you are doing everything in your power to maintain that balance, okay? Another thing I'm saying is, like, you're doing the best that you can, okay? You're super talented, but you don't let your talent hold you back, okay? It's like the kid genius, you were a prodigy, a genius, and you didn't let it hold you back. You didn't let it stop you from, doing the work, okay? You still do the work, which is beautiful. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, what else we got? Give me another tarot card. What else are we celebrating? Spirit. Your connections, your ability to connect with others, your ability to communicate with others in a way that serves you and serves the greater good at the same time. Okay? Spirit is celebrating your partnerships and the people that you've sown into are, I feel like you're even starting to see this in your friends and the people around you. They're becoming better people. And you're becoming better, and they're becoming better. There's symbiosis happening in your relationships. And you can see the results of your friends and your family and whoever you're working with become better. But here's the thing that Spirit wants you to know. They can see the results of you becoming better at the same time. You're doing just as good a job, if not even like a more amazing job than you even think, or see. Okay, what you see in others is really what's going on within you. This growth, this drive. Okay. What else we got going on? King of Wands in reverse. Okay, they're celebrating really good partnerships here, and they're celebrating the fact that you're willing to walk away if it's out of alignment with you, even if it's logically correct and everything logically seems like good. If you don't feel it, if your soul is telling you no, if you can see the difference, if you can see how that's a false prophecy, or, somebody's telling you to do something, but they haven't done it themselves, you're walking away. And Spirit loves that. They're like, okay, cool. We can deliver you good fruits, and you can discern between the fruits that are not so good. And I think another thing here with the King of Wands in reverse is they're celebrating your boundaries, your sacred boundaries. What you let in, what you filter through, and what you don't let in. Okay? You've been holding strong, and this is amazing. Very, very good. Very, very good. The Divine Feminine in reverse. Okay? So, releasing those dark feminine and shadow feminine tendencies. Okay? using the dark feminine for the greater good and not the, the evil or the harming others or anything like that. If you are manipulative, if you are using manipulation tactics, it's not for, it's in a way to support others, okay? It's like you're explaining things in a way where somebody can understand it, and maybe they don't really know what's going on or why they're doing what they're doing, what you've explained to them, but it helps them out eventually, and eventually they can see it from an objective view. So like you're using these dark forces for the greater good, okay? Unlike maybe what you've experienced in the past. You haven't taken your past and became it. You've taken your past and you've transmuted the skills that you've learned in that dark past into light, which is beautiful as well. I love it. Spirit loves it. They're celebrating you, okay? What else we got going on here? Okay. What do I want to grab at? I want to grab at the goddesses. That's what I want. Ooh. The T cards are calling me too, so we're going to get those out in a second. But these goddess cards, I feel them. I feel the goddesses. Okay. Fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Okay. This is goddess Ostara. Okay. And so you are in this Empress energy. Whatever you're sowing right now, whatever you're planting, it is going to reap so many benefits. They're celebrating the beginnings of things right now because not only your higher self, but they can see where you're headed. And it's success, it's culmination, it's progress, it's everything that you've ever wished for and wanted. The bunny signifies transformation. The moon is oneness with your intuition, knowing where to plant the seeds without really knowing. But you know. All right, let's grab those tea cards, those tea leaf cards. Okay. I like this deck because there's a bunch of them. There's a lot of them. I like having a lot of options here. Maybe you have a lot of options in a lot of different areas. Okay. Anything you start right now has a Midas touch. Anything you touch turns to gold. We can see that. Okay. I'm just going to start cycling through until I feel it here. Put that in there. Put this over here. I'm feeling this one right. Bread. Period of prosperity and abundance. Okay. Who just put that in there? Period of prosperity and abundance right there. Okay? Whatever you start is going to be fruitful. They're celebrating you because you've locked in. Whatever they told you to do, you're doing it. And whatever they continue to tell you to do, you continue to do it. You continue to stay locked in to spirit. And so they know that you're going to be prosperous. Okay? Abundant. In many different ways. Prosperity doesn't just mean bread, if you know what I mean. It means food. It means life. It means emotional fulfillment. It means success, satisfaction. Okay? All these things coming in. What's up, guys? Welcome in. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Okay? In this reading we asked, what is Spirit celebrating about you? I feel like there was a moment in your experience where you took a pause. You didn't react in anger. You responded, okay, with patience, with grandmotherly kindness. Even though your system and everything in your body was telling you, the old identity that you shifted away from was telling you, hey, let's get angry, let's get loud, let's make this happen. You paused, you shifted, you transmuted, and you were well aware of the anger that was manifesting within you, and you took a path that normally you wouldn't have taken. You shifted the identity in that moment. You jumped timelines. Okay? So they're celebrating a timeline jump here. Where you didn't respond in a harsh or negative way. You responded in a positive and kind way. When you used to have responded in a different way. Beautiful. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Changes in your life. The moon. Your intuition is going through an upgrade right now, guys. Huge upgrade, because here's the thing. Intuition is a muscle. The more you listen And not just listen to your intuition and know what you're thinking is true, but actually take action on what you know is true. And that's what you've been doing. When you take action on what you know to be true, you trust your intuition, you do the thing that it's telling you to do. I don't even know why I did it. It builds that muscle, and so changes are happening all around you because you shifted. All right, this is the shift that you experience. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, stormy energy. Okay, so it looks like there's been like you made it through the storm in a new way. You might be going through a little bit of a fog or a storm or changes in your environment, but these are good changes. Spirit's actually celebrating these changes, no matter how they look to the left brain, the analytical mind. They're saying, hey, this is great. We love to see it. We love to see things shifting and changing. Okay? We love to see these types of disruptions because when you're on a boat and you're in the water, and you don't have your intuition, you need the calm water. You need the perfect wind. But when you do have your intuition, even if you're in the storm and the waves are rocking the boat and the wind is blowing in all directions and there's rain and lightning coming down, because you're so tuned in, tapped in, turned on, it's easy for you to even navigate that because you just know where to steer that mast. I'm imagining you on the ship steering the mast and just closing your eyes and letting it sort of go however which way you're being told to take it. Okay, card number 21, which is 3 times number 7. Okay, so integration, study, specialization to the nth degree, to the 3rd degree here. Beautiful. I feel like those and those. But then I felt, we're going to go to the fairies. We're going to ask the fairies what's going on here. Okay. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. So Spirit's almost preparing you with this reading. They're celebrating you. They're saying, hey, you've made the right steps. You're on the right path. You're heading in the right direction. But don't be deterred by the challenges along the way. You got us. We're here. Okay? We're right here. And even when that storm comes, you just close your eyes. Trust. Move in the direction that we're telling you to move in. And it's not even going to feel like a bumpy ride. It's going to feel like a smooth sail. You're going to get to that other port on the dock on the other side of the wherever you're sailing to. And the people there, how'd you get past that storm? There was a huge storm. Is your supplies okay? Is your food intact? Is your crewmate good? Yeah. It's all good. I just sort of closed my eyes and trusted where I was going and everything worked out for me. That's what's happening in your life, in your experience, okay? It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. I think that's something that Spirit's celebrating from you. The clear communication. The way that you articulate things, the way that you articulate your intuitive downloads, you can make somebody who doesn't understand anything about what you're talking about or the subject that you're on, you can speak their language, articulate it in some certain way that they get it exactly. Like the way that you talk, it's very difficult to even say anything back to you in argument or in disagreement. It's very hard to because you just so clearly articulate it in such a way that there's no way that the person in front of you doesn't understand what you're saying. Spirit loves that. They're saying you're very good at it. They want you to recognize that you are an amazing communicator. Okay? Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. Again, whatever idea that has come to you in a dream, in life, in meditation, in a download, that you started taking action on and you just took the first step or the second step, keep going. Okay? You keep going with that thing because it is it. It is exactly what you want to do. Okay? Like Spirit is just so hooting and hollering because you started this journey, okay? No matter where you are in your journey, you started this thing, this project, this idea, this building or this, whatever it is. You started it. And so, yeah, I really feel like, yeah, Spirit's really like, let's go. Finally, we got it, okay? Time to go out and have fun. All right, the grapes. No need to worry about anything. The harvest is going to come. Okay, the vineyards have been planted, and you will reap wine in the fall or whatever, when the grapes are ripe. Okay. Beautiful. Time to go out and have fun. And that's why, like, you started it, you've been working at it, you've been doing your thing. It's time to experience a little bit of hooting and hollering too. Okay? Get excited. Get excited about your life. Get excited about something and then go do it. Go make it happen. We just had the Chinese New Year, so this weekend there's probably a lot of festivals and stuff to go to, events, gatherings, whatever it is that you do to have fun. I feel like this is a social thing too, because of how good you are at communicating and the relationships that you brought in. Go do something, okay? Go have some fun. It's perfect timing. Perfect timing, okay? Musical messages are important. Right now, whatever music you're listening to, or whatever music you hear in the radio, or in the supermarket when you're walking and you're doing your thing, or maybe you're going to a festival or a live music event and somebody's playing music, listen to those words, feel the music, dance, play, sing, get into it, get involved, okay? I feel like some of the next steps and the confirmations are going to come in those moments, okay? When you're relaxed, having fun, not really thinking about it too much. You've already written down your plan. You've already taken the first step in the plan. There's certain ideas wanting to come through, and they know you. They know that you're going to write them down. They know that you're going to follow suit with whatever Spirit says. So they're going to give them to you gracefully, easily, okay? Every turn, every direction that you go to. I'm rubbing my hands together for some reason, and I'm feeling really good. Like, I feel the Reiki. I feel the energy building up in my hands. So something about your hands. Maybe you're good with your hands. Okay, maybe you got like a master plan or something. But it feels like just energy, It feels really, really good. I feel it. Thank you, Home Patel. I appreciate it. Thank you, Home Patel. Something about your hands, though, guys. My hands are buzzing right now. They usually don't buzz like this. I'm getting like hot Reiki hands right now. This is really, really cool. So you might be sending this energy, sending the collective some energy. You're doing some energy work. Beautiful, okay? Wherever you go, when you touch people, people feel you. They feel like the phantom hand after you touch them, but it's not like a bad thing. It's it's this healing glow. It's this warmth that flows down into their body. They're like, who just touched me? What's going on? What was that? They feel like this healing sensation from you. And it's just your hands. It's just your touch. And you could be shaking somebody's hand and all of a sudden they're feeling this glow inside of themselves. And they don't really know where it came from. But their subconscious registered it. Okay? You got those healing hands, that healing embodiment. The lovers. True love that is long lasting. Choices made from the heart. A return to good health. Guys, this looks amazing. This is incredible. Whether you've been weathering this storm with pure faith or you're about to, there's nothing for you to worry about. The challenges along the way, they're not even real challenges for you because you have this integration between the masculine and feminine. I feel like love can be coming in many different ways, not just romantic. Okay? Loving the world, loving what you're doing, loving your food, loving music, loving your friends. All this love is coming in, and I love it. I love to see it. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful integration. Feels like the start of the rest of your life, really. You're riding the flying disc, you're riding the wave, and you're at the point now in your journey where even if something comes up, it doesn't get you down. Nothing can get you down. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's beautiful. The lovers, okay? What's about the lovers? Your hard work is paying off. What are we talking about, guys? What are we talking about? That's what we're talking about. All that planning, all of those storms that you weathered with, Spirit was always there, but you didn't really have that same connection that you have now. Like, your hard work's paying off. Your inner work is doing the job that it needs to do, and it feels good. New moon in Capricorn. Capricorn and Scorpio are very pragmatic and aligned signs, in my opinion. Okay, very organized in everything that they do. And so I feel like you're organized. You could be a Capricorn or have Capricorn placements, or Scorpio too, okay? And celebration is on the mind here. Celebration is something to behold. Okay, let's get you an animal spirit card here. The bat. What does the bat have to say? This is a fun one. I like this reading. The bat. The bat. The B-A-T. Hit you with the baseball bat. Hit you with the baseball bat. I've been running through these cats. Look at all these cats. Look at all these bats. Look at all the ways that I like to act. Back, back, back. Looking for the track. Oh my goodness gracious. Where is the bat? Oh, it's an air sign. My bad. I was looking at the fire signs. All right, let me find this bat. Maybe you're hard to find too. Hard to access. All right. Darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses, of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. Watch the sunrise is the advice here. Okay? Whatever you've done, whatever work it was, whatever situation that you handled with pause and grace, maybe it was dark feminine energy. Spirit is celebrating that. They're celebrating you being able to let that go and move forward and listen to them. Okay? I feel it. You feel it. We feel it. Let's get it. All right, couple more cards. And then we out of here. Postponement, okay. And then stress in reverse, okay. Somebody's feeling some postponement energy over here. Stress in reverse. And guidance. Postponement, stress, and guidance. Why? What are we seeing? Success. Creativity. I feel like somebody might have been trifling in your energy, wanting to postpone you, wanting to put stress on you, okay, wanting to cause things. It could be shadow feminine, even King of Wands in reverse, just a bad leader, okay. You worked through it again. You held your ground. It was a storm. You conquered it. They wanted to put stress on your life, though. If there's somebody that you're letting go of, like they were trying to postpone your success. They wanted to be the successful one. They wanted to be the creative one. They didn't appreciate that you had not only these gifts and talents, but that you were willing to work on them. Okay? So I feel like there's a letting go happening with somebody or some relationship, it looks like, with the bat being over the Two of Cups. But the way that you handled it was perfect. Okay? Your intuition told you all this stuff. I mean, and here's what it was about this person, okay? They were actively trying to postpone, okay, to stress you out so that you wouldn't receive guidance because they saw that you were a little bit more successful or more creative and that, but they didn't see the work. They didn't see the inner work that you've done. Because I feel like this person is stubborn. They're stubborn. They want to be the successful one. Yeah, and you're getting away from them. Kite, vacation, period of prosperity and abundance. Yeah, something happened here. Some storm, some lightning, some anger. They could have gotten angry at you, but you didn't reciprocate. Okay. Basically, I feel like they let you know the truth in some way. But all the things that they were doing was distraction, trying to stress you out, wake you up, take away your success, take away your creativity, because they wanted to be the one. They wanted to be the one to have all of that. Okay? Why can't we both have it? And in fact, that's why you're attracting a lover in. Not just in romance, but also in partnerships, okay? You're attracted in people. You're attracted in people who want you to be creative, who want you to be successful, because they're successful themselves. This person over here, I feel like they don't really like their situation. They're not really loving their life, and so they don't like the actions that they're taking, and so they might have blamed you for it. They might have blamed you. Could be like an old childhood friend or somebody you knew from the past, okay? Spirit is bringing this up. Don't let your past hold you back. Exactly. Okay? Spirit wants you to know that it was them. They were trying to postpone you, stress you out, all that stuff. Don't let it hold you back. Move forward with confidence, because it wasn't real. Like you are the guide for them to understand who they could become and what they saw in you is actually available to them. And if they were willing to do the work, they would access that creativity and success. But instead of trying to do the work for themselves, the inner work, all the energy was being put into stressing you out, to postponing you, to taking away your guidance, okay? Which doesn't work. If only they put that same amount of energy into working on themselves, into doing their own thing, they would be just as successful, if not more. Okay? Yeah. You're walking away. You're leading the charge. People are going to be coming up to you and saying, thank you. Thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you. We love you. Can you give me some advice about this, some answers about this? The people coming in are really going to support you and see your beauty, see your grace, see your guidance, see how connected you are. They're going to see you for who you are and receive you. Okay? This person over here from the past could have been like a childhood friend or something. They didn't get it. Okay? Maybe you try to explain to them, hey, you just use that energy for you. Okay? It's going to work out for you. They didn't get it. It didn't make any sense to them. Okay? Bring fun into everything you do. That's why we're doing a celebration reading, okay? Juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. You got a lot coming in, okay? You're going to be a booked and busy bee. You're going to be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, doing stuff every day. Well, taking rest on Sunday or whatever, or Monday, Tuesday, taking a rest day. But you're going to be doing a lot of activity coming up, okay? And your body's ready for it. I can feel you're getting prepared for it. That's why I'm feeling these healing hands, okay? Because the body's healing. You're garnering the energy right now. You're having fun. You're getting excited. Most of our energy comes from getting excited about the things that we're doing, loving the things that we do, okay? And you're going to be really, really good at it, whatever it is. I can tell. Okay, Spirit can tell. They're already celebrating how good you're going to be at it. Okay, beautiful. What else we got? Again, let go of people and things that don't serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. Unmarried or divorced individual. Like strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny. If you want a lover to come in, or if this was the lover of the past or something, or a really good friend, you got more of those coming. But right now, the focus is on this project that Spirit is celebrating. They want your main focus to be on this. They want you to get married to that right now, okay? Because that's going to drive you. It's going to give you excitement for elongated periods of time, which will attract people who are going to excite you. Because the longer you reside in that energy of excitement, the more things that excite you that you're going to attract, okay? Beautiful. Divine Masculine. Using the dark masculine and the dark feminine forces to better the greater good. Okay? Like, really getting after it here. Like, I feel like you're getting after it, but you're doing it in an integrated way. It's really, really good here. Let's see. Rise above for eagle perspective. Okay. Rise above for eagle perspective. Why is that? Why is that? Let's look into it. Spirit wants you to look at and acknowledge your greatness, okay? It's part of the reason they want you to get excited and get out and have fun, because the more you mingle with others, the more you're going to be able to see who you are and what you bring to the table and how people are affected by your hands and your touch and all these things, okay? Okay, so get out there. Rise above. See your greatness. Because you are great. Reflect on the way that you handled that situation and just know that it was perfect. You communicated perfectly. You did everything that you were supposed to do. You learned the lessons. You jumped timelines. Okay? Acknowledge that greatness. Celebrate it like Spirit is celebrating you now. Okay? Okay. Anything else? I feel like that's where I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it on a good note. We're going to end it right there. I love you guys for coming in. Thank you for being here. Namaste. And bye-bye. Have a good night.